So, do you think what they're looking for is proof that he has mishandled classified information, distributed classified information? I guess what I'm getting at is what do we think he has done that has caught the FBI's eye?
When we think back to what happened with the memoir, there were portions that were published in his book that even the judge that was ruling on the publication issue at the time indicated that he may have kind of crossed the line of putting the United States in harm and, maybe even recklessly commented on things in his memoir. So these things were maybe very commonplace to him because he was in a position of high security and access. But the release of those statements and things that he observed may have actually towed the line or crossed the line. And now we're also wondering, okay, did he not only distribute it, but has he retained any of that? Are there documents? Are there files? Are there things in his that he has stored on different electronics that may run afoul of the federal law? I don't know whether or not they're targeting an actual leak of information, but the mishandling and retention alone of classified documentation is a federal violation.
You say mishandling and retention alone is a federal violation. What is the sentence carried with that violation? What is the penalty?
Sure, typically you're looking at up to 10 years per count. So if there's gross negligence in the way that the files were stored or retained, if there was a failure or a refusal to return those files, you're looking at a maximum penalty of 10 years for each one of those violations.
So obviously, today, Friday, was just the search. So we do not yet know what the charges are. So any speculation around sentencing is just that, speculation. But if it goes beyond retention, if it goes into distribution, do the years add up? Are we looking at 20 years more?
Yeah, you're definitely looking at more time, and it can be consecutive sentencing on each individual count. I think the major part of this was any not only was it mishandled or retained and potentially leaked, but was it also done with an intent to harm the national security of the United States? Because then we're looking at a more treasonous, like serious life sentence. We're at the very, very beginnings of this probe, so it is purely speculative where all of this could go. Right now, they're executing that warrant, and will they uncover any information? If they do, a grand jury would make a decision on whether or not to indict.